We gotta talk about this California fire. We gotta talk about it. It is ravishing California right now. Uh, if you guys are familiar with California, it is a big state, so it's not the whole state that's on fire. Obviously, there's specific towns. Um, but most notably, we will talk about you know these million and $1 million mansions that are being burned down. Near Malibu, that area, on the coast. Um, Very unfortunate. But here we have some update. We're gonna speak about what the reaction of some of the people that live there, celebrities and non-celebrities. Um, we have a lot. We have a lot. So let's start with this. Let's do this here. Let's start with a quick update on what's going on today. Um, Progress, etc. that they're making.
This morning. Unfortunately, the death toll continues to rise because of those fires. We've learned at least 24 people have died in those LA fires. That
24. Last time we updated on this story, we only had about I believe it was about 5. So yeah, the death toll is going up, and it's a lot of people suffering. So thoughts and prayers to everyone suffering that lose their home, lose everything they've got. And I understand how people feel, hey, they're celebrities. A lot of people might feel, hey, they have millions, they'll be fine. It's okay, they will be fine. But remember, a lot of people, your home is where you keep all your valuables. Well, most of them. Um, so you might have baby pictures, books that was passed down um from your parents and your grandparents. You might have pictures, letters, um, um, paintings. So things that means a lot, your jewelry, things of that nature, clothes, paperwork, and that's a big deal, especially with the paperwork. Some certain things are just they're just history, so there's nothing you can't go and replace that. You can't go and buy that again. So these people, and for rich people, that's what matters. The things they can't buy, things they can't buy, things they might have bought it, but they can't buy it again. Exclusive things. So they lost a lot as well, and we feel you too, man. But let's um let's listen to the story here.
number up from the previous report of 16. We're hearing at least 8 have died in the Palisades fire, 16 more attributed with the Eaton fire, and authorities believe, with so many people still missing.
And remember, guys, when that smoke here is probably from a drone, but that shot is probably from a drone, but that smoke, you got to breathe that. You got to breathe that in. And if you ever been around a fire, that air is hot. That air is burning. It's piercing. With the smoke, I mean, it's painful to breathe. You know what I'm saying? So these areas, I know people, they're probably all evacuated already because there's no way you staying there with all that smoke.
Unfortunately, they believe that death toll is going to go up in the coming days. We have our team in place before you head out the door. Chloe Coast over in the Weather Center. She's going to talk about those Santa Ana winds and what it means for the firefight today. Our Fidel Moreno Meza looking at infrastructure.
That's another thing. Also, adding the wind. The wind, as most of you guys probably aware of, when you blow oxygen into a fire, it increases it. So with the wind blowing that fire around, and if it's high winds, it's spreading it even more. So you're gonna have a lot more spots catching fire. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. And I don't know what these people gonna do. It's gonna affect a lot of things. The economy of California is already crazy. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Housing and um food, work, uh even if you want to start a business, opening up a store, everything is expensive. Average bakery or something along that line spends hundreds of thousands of dollars just to stay open. So, you know, it's gonna be a tricky thing for California.
Structure here locally, what we can learn from what's going on in Southern California to make sure it doesn't happen here in Las Vegas. Our Evan Schreiber on the live desk as we check in with him now, talking about those conditions out there.
Made it quite difficult for crews, Kim, to get a handle on the largest fires for nearly a week now. The deadly Eaton and Palisades fires in Los Angeles County have caused some devastating damage as that firefight continues. More than 37,000 acres
Look
have
at
burned,
that.
with firefighters saying at least 10,000 structures have been destroyed. And then comes the steps of rebuilding here, because they're taking preemptive steps in California. The ongoing blazes are the costliest, most destructive in state history. California's governor signed an executive order to suspend some building requirements for
Ooh,
wildfire victims to
ooh,
build their homes back up. He's also allocating state resources to expedite insurance.
that is that is crazy. And let me tell y'all, insurance is gonna have a crazy time. And we'll talk a little bit about that a little further on down the line. But insurance been pulling out of California because all the brush fires that's been happening, and it's no secret that California is prone to brush fire. We've seen it happen countless time over the years. And thinking about it, these insurance been pulling out. Really, pause. They've been pulling out of California, because they don't want to insure these homes. These homes are very expensive, and that's what they cost now. So rebuilding it, is gonna be very costly because everything's gonna go up price wise in California if you understand business, and it's supply and demand. So rebuilding these homes, if you a supplier that works with construction or builders in California, your price is gonna go up because they need it. They're gonna need it. And as you can see here in the last shot, it's a town that was they should from bird eye view. You see, it's a whole neighborhood that's burned, and you got this seems like some type of government church building or school, because it's a big building, and that's gonna have to be rebuilt and everything inside of it. And that's another thing, guys, you gotta remember: the insurance gotta cover valuables inside the building as well, um that was insured, of course. So this is gonna be very, very costly for California.
Inspections. So we'll talk about the relatively calmer weather that happened over the weekend that allowed some people to go to those previously evacuated areas. But let's talk about the containment on these fires right now. The Palisades fire, some 24,000 acres right now. That's the size of it as we speak. The Eaton fire, some 14,000 acres right now. You see the containment numbers right here: 27% on Eaton, 13% on Palisades fire. So some positive signs. But Kim, those forecasters, those meteorologists in Southern California really worried about what's ahead with the return of these fierce winds. Back to you, Kim.
It just puts a pit in your stomach. Thank you, Evan, for the latest. And it's
And as you could see, it's contained, but you know, when you hear fire contained, you want to hear 50% and up. You know what I'm saying? 50% and up is comfortable. 27 is scary. Anything below 20, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's I don't. It's prayers to these people, man.
6:04. Let's talk about what those firefighters are up against today and beyond. Here's Chloe Coast over in the Weather Center with more.
Unfortunately, strong offshore winds will be moving in, and you can already see that evident right here. As far as the air quality goes, air quality alerts are in place because of these fires burning, creating
As they should be. Yeah, breathing is gonna be hard in this area, and the smoke travels, particles, dust, amber. It's the air is gonna be bad in that area. So, and that's probably why Drea trying to sell some air purifier, but that's another story. We'll touch on it on our night show. But this is
all of this smoke and
this is no
haze
good.
in the area. People are told to stay inside, and if you're going to be out and about, wear a mask. This is a concern because we have fire weather warnings, also known as red flag warnings, in place through Wednesday. A high wind warning will go into effect early Tuesday morning through noon Wednesday. Wind gusts as high as 70 miles an hour. That is not helping with the firefight. At least the smoke will stay to the south of us for now, Cam.
Great.
And as you can tell, as we all can tell, California is losing their grip on that fire, and it seems like it's a statewide issue because when you hear everyone speak about who's governing California, the politicians of California, the people that make the rules and that make the decisions, and you can tell they're just, doing their best, obviously, but it's not enough. Even with the whole robbery and people running into stores, and they just return that law. Which law I'm looking for here? So basically what they did was they will allow you to run into a store and steal anything under, I believe, $900 or $1,200, something along that line. And they wouldn't prosecute you, or they wouldn't do a big fuss like arrest you or chase you down, but it backfired. Initially, I didn't understand the point behind that. Why California choose to put that law, basically letting people know it's okay to go steal as long as you don't steal too much. You don't let you don't give people that steal anyway. Now you'll get people that don't steal that will think about it and be okay, well, I'll grab some. But you got motherfuckers, that's what they do. They wake up every day and who we gonna rob? And then you giving them an opportunity like that. That's, that was a little crazy. But they reversed it because, you had people swarming these stores in California. So it's just to say, California got some growing to do. They got some work to do with their governing. But here we have another video coming up for you here on the fire. So this is another
place your home.
perspective.
This is our town. And when disaster hit, people remembered what matters most, thinking beyond themselves to help each other.
Everywhere you turn around. And again, it's going to take definitely some time for folks to come out here to assess everything that they have lost and just exactly how long and how much it's going to take them to rebuild.
We've only just begun to understand what has just happened to Los Angeles, to our communities, to our people.
Have you ever seen anything like this here in your home?
Nothing like this. It's, it's unprecedented.
But if time heals all wounds, there's no telling how long it'll take to heal this one. But in Los Angeles,
This is a whole cul-de-sac. This is a whole town. This is a whole community. And you know, I don't know about California's politics, if they're gonna do anything to help politicians and the governors and the people running California. I'm not sure if they're gonna do anything to help. But as a community, we all know that, you know, even in families, when something happened, y'all come together, and it's really up to the people, because the government's gonna take your money anyway to do whatever they need to do. So I encourage this. I encourage the community coming together and try to help neighbors, help people that lost everything, and some that didn't lose everything able to help, and some that do lose everything still able to support each other and move forward on this, because you know, you can't be homeless. You can't cry about it because it's happening. We can't control it. Your state can't control it. Your government can't control it. So it's very important when you see a whole community come together and they try to help each other, support each other.
Los Angeles, people don't wait to help.
But this is like a hurricane in the middle of a brush fire. You've got people right there. Is that a homeowner that's trying to leave? Is there anything we can do to help you, sir?
You can take these paintings, I guess. I can't ride with these.
Listen, I'll take them for you. I work at NBC.
Thank you.
I'll make sure you get them. What's your name?
These neighbors desperately try to keep their home from catching fire. Joel, they're turning around. Riverside County, please stop.
Come get down. They'll save your house.
Nah. Listen, the house next door is burning. The house behind you is burning. It's time to leave. It's time to go. I'm not even gonna be there when this is happening. We'll watch it on TV, on YouTube together like this. You know, that's crazy. That's wild. And that's very scary, guys. Can you imagine how scary it is being the person trying to grab a few paintings at your house while this is going on? Nah.
Our neighbors were on our roof helping.
I know, the Rogers, we were here from the early morning.
What are they doing on the roof? What are they doing on the roof, chat? Nah. I'm long gone. I'm long gone. He got the water. He got a water hose. What are you doing, buddy? And you know, and it's not funny. And I understand the man probably trying to save his house. He probably worked his whole life to pay for this house. He don't want to lose it. He don't, even if he's gonna get another one, even if the insurance is gonna pay him, everything's gonna go smooth. You don't want to lose your comfort zone, which is your home, hopefully.
We were the first one to come in.
God.
Joel even got a water hose too. And
Yeah, I saw him. Thank you. You were awesome.
And we really want this street to stay in one piece.
At least he's staying positive, right?
Supposed to house, and it should not be a big deal. We should be able to put water to stop anything from spreading more.
Is that another water tender? Oh, another water tender. We have another water. Here, Val, come with me this way. This is incredible. We're getting help. So we saw, no, of course. We have another water tender here. That means we have more water.
Thank you, thank you. If we can still prevent more loss somewhere, it's worth the fight.
Yeah.
She returned home last night and there was a note on the door. We are thankful to see the main portion of your home is okay. I'm sorry about the loss in the backyard. We hope you are safe and doing okay. If you'd like to stay in touch, feel free to reach out. Respectfully, Andrew and Tony with the LA City Fire Department.
I don't know what to say. If I want to start talking, I can't stop crying. God bless them. Andrew and Tony, if you see me, thank you so much.
When you've run out of words to say, that's when you realize actions speak louder.
All of this is a grassroots effort that was started by street vendors through TikTok, the power of social media.
You can feel the energy coming from the Rose Bowl and those volunteers out there tonight.
And to see this horrific times happening right now, and seeing community come in with hope, come in with love, come in with passion that no, we're not going to give up.
We're not going to give up.
What motivated you to be a part of this?
I'm for the people, by the people. That's just what it is. You feel me? If we in need, I'm here.
I actually came down because my family lost everything as well. And I was coming down for the resources that was given out here. And while I was here, I realized 10,000 of my neighbors were out here as well.
These two incredible people lost their home in the wildfire this week, but they are here today. They are helping feed people that have lost just as much as they have.
Sometimes we feel alone, we feel isolated, like, oh, no one cares. But then at the end of the day, when tragedy happens, just seeing everybody from all over Corona, San Diego, all over the town, they come and support.
Just giving back. That's what Los Angeles is about. It's giving, and she's right. You see it in person, and it just takes your breath away.
Because this is Los Angeles, and these are the angels.
Very well put. Very touching video. And that's what America is about. This is what being an American is. Coming together and help. And also being a good person. Being a real human being is being resilient and helping others even when you're hurt as well. And that's a great story. And we have a lot of that going on in California right now. Even here, even in even with some of the celebrities that are out right now. We have Beyonce donating 2.5 million to California fire relief. That will help, especially if especially with the people that needs food, water, etc. Just to keep going. 2.5 million is a lot of money, but there's a lot of people that are hurt and they lost a lot. So yes, we understand 2.5 million is it's not gonna fix everything, but it will help at least with some water, with some food, with some hotel costs for some of these people that are displaced. And shout out to Beyonce for that. We appreciate you, B. And also you even have people like Kim Kardashian. Okay. She's advocating apparently for the firefighters that are working the fire, but these firefighters aren't your normal firefighters. California hire their inmates to fight these fires, and apparently they're not getting paid a lot. But let's face it, folks. These are prisoners. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna get paid $25 an hour, $30 an hour if they choose to do this job. I'm not sure, and I want to say it like this. I don't think California is forcing these guys to fight the fire. I think these guys are sitting in jail and they wanted to do something, so they join the program. I'm sure this is a program they offer in jail, and these guys sign up, and I don't blame them. You get out of jail for a little bit. You probably get to eat different food. You probably get to sleep somewhere different, unless they take them to jail right afterwards, right after their shift, which that is a possibility. But nonetheless, we like the positivity. We like the advocacy, fighting for what you believe in. And in California right now, there's a lot of that going on. People helping each other. And I appreciate Kim Kardashian for keeping these guys in mind, because once you become a prisoner, a lot of people kind of write you up as a bad person and ignore all your rights. But as prisoners in the United States of America, you still have rights. And I like to see that Kim Kardashian is actually standing up for that, and standing up for these prisoners, because I believe they're getting paid around $5. I'm not sure. a day. Um, so that's just not, it's just not right. That's slavery. But the state do have some problems, and that's another one of them that they got to deal with. And it's a touchy subject because it is California. We do need the force. We do need the workforce behind being firefighters. We do need the workforce. We need these people in jail that could sign up for these programs and work and do some of these, like cleaning the highway or working the kitchen or building license plates, which we all, it's a famous thing that we know the prisoners, some prisons, they do manufacture. So with that being said, we do appreciate Kim Kardashian for fighting for the inmates, and she's been doing that. As you know, her dad was a lawyer. Her dad was a lawyer. Her dad uh is no longer with us, but her dad uh represented OJ famously. So it's in her blood, and in honor of her dad, she is in law school as well. So she's trying to become a lawyer, trying to help the community. She doesn't need the money. She's a billionaire, but I believe in the honor of her dad's legacy of being one of the top lawyers in the country when he was alive, when he was practicing. So I think she's stepping into that shoe and doing her best to feel what she can. Um Shout out to Kim Kardashian again, and prayers and support to her. And we also have other stories along that line with California. We got Tyler Perry, who spoke out about the insurance companies canceling policies in LA. Um, we spoke about it briefly earlier, and yeah, so that's a thing. Insurances will tell you, I'm dropping you. And if you have a mortgage on that house, you understand that that mortgage needs an insurance to insure that mortgage in order for you to keep that mortgage. So it's a big deal. It's a big problem. It puts a lot of individuals in a big issue because the insurance that do stay naturally is business. We're gonna raise the price because you need us. You need us. All the other insurance, we know they're going away. We're in the business. We're aware they're going away. So now you want to insure your house. I know you were paying $1,500. Well, look, add another 500 to it, and then your house is insured. That's injustice, and that's what I believe Tyler Perry is fighting, is voicing and putting a light on, because you don't want your house to go on fire like a lot of people are experiencing in California right now, and you have no insurance. You have no fire insurance. And other places, there's all type of insurance. And some places, whatever they're prone to, they will get insurance to uh to protect that. For example, you get hurricane water insurance in some places. You got fire, earthquake, structural insurance in certain places. And I feel like Tyler Perry is doing the right thing by bringing that up so early, because we know the insurance will play. They will play. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay all that money. So they will play. They'll try to lowball you. They'll try to throw, let's say your whole house burned down, market value on it prior to it burning down was $5 billion. The insurance will hit you with 1.2. The insurance will try to hit you with 1.2. And that's if they do that. And how do you rebuild your house? Now you can't even afford the place you was living in. On top of that, they will be raising their prices. So in 3-4 years, once everything is done, probably more than that, because this devastation is probably gonna take more time to kind of bounce back from. But let's just guesstimate. In 3-4 years, once everything's pretty much everything, well, mostly I would say everything is done building up, these insurance companies will be raising the prices. Now, where's the problem in that? You might ask, right? What is the problem with that, Sway? Well, the problem with that is some people are still making the same they were making before or less. Because you do have business owners that live in those communities that lose not only their business, they also lose their home. So they don't have an income anymore. And then my insurance going up. Furthermore, you got people that are living check to check. You got people that are living paycheck to paycheck. How are these people gonna survive this when they're used to paying, it's California, let's say $5,000 on their mortgage? We're gonna keep it nice. Let's say $5,000 for their mortgage. And then now their insurance go up. Now they're closer to $7,000. They're a little past $6,000. How do they come up with that extra $1,000? How do they come up with that extra $500? How are they gonna come up monthly with that extra money? So shout out to Tyler Perry. I appreciate him. If you standing up for these people, because if you ever been in a situation where you have to sue an insurance company, it takes years. It takes years. So these people are gonna suffer, not just today, not just this week, not just the remainder of 2025. They're gonna be suffering for a long time. So shout out to Tyler Perry for standing up for these people, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that, and that's where celebrity does help, because with his voice, that will get the story out there. Okay. And another thing, before we leave the California fire story, another thing that's going on is these people that are taking advantage of the situation to go steal. They're taking advantage of this situation to go rob these people's property. Now, as you know, a lot of people did leave. We covered that previously in our other video, but some people had to evacuate. And as I said, if I'm a guy that's watching my neighbors down the block house go in flame, it's dark, it's smoky, it's crazy, I'm not there. I left yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I left yesterday. I'm not here today to watch all this. You know? Because we've heard the stories of the people that stay too long. They try to be in denial. They try to be strong or, tough guys, and they stay. Me personally, I am gone yesterday. I am gone when I smell the smoke, I am gone. So I would be one of these people, and I'm sure some of you guys might agree that you guys would be too. One of those people that leave my house. I lock everything, grab my dog, and I'm out. Grab some of my stuff, and we out. So my house would be in danger to these people. So these people are basically dressing up as firefighters, probably go to a stupid costume store and got a firefighter outfit, okay, and make their way up there, walking around, breaking into people's houses. That's very very bad. And they've been arresting some people. They've been arresting quite a few people, quite a bit of people for doing that. And furthermore, the people that are just going up there forget faking being a firefighter. They're just in their minivan, riding deep, going to rob people. That's unfortunate. And if you one of these people thinking about doing that, don't do it. It's bad karma. It's bad juju. It's being a bad human being. Just help your neighbors, man. Don't go around try to still take advantage of the situation. Which we all used to people like that. We've seen people like that. We heard, but be a good human being. Okay. Speaking about foolery, you got people flying drones, as we covered last time, right? Helicopters and planes that are flying in the air trying to help put out the fire is running to drones. You got people with their drones up there, probably checking up on their houses, probably checking up on their neighbors' houses, or just plainly just looking to catch footage of the fire. And they're running into these planes. They're running into these volunteer planes and firefighter helicopters. They're having issues with these drones. One even hit the plane last time, which I believe was Friday or Saturday. It hits a plane while the plane was in the air trying to bring fire water or the fire deterrent liquids to the hills, to the nice houses. And you got the big drones hitting these things, damaging it. Actually, it damaged that plane last time. So here we got Ben Affleck. They're saying FBI agents pay a visit to Ben Affleck's home while investigating drone incident. So I don't know if they think Ben Affleck had drones in the air or the drones were over his home. But apparently they're there. They're gonna, they're gonna talk to him and figure out what's going on. But hopefully, keep your drones down. I understand you want to see the fire. I understand you wanna catch the big footage as we all see. We appreciate it. We watch them, but be careful out there, guys. Be careful out there. And hopefully Ben Affleck had nothing to do with it. Hopefully it's just a drone that was over his house or coming from somewhere close to his house. Hopefully, he don't get in too much trouble with that. Shout out to the FBI. Shout out to Ben Affleck.